Whatever your vision is for the new year, let Pair Eyewear bring that into focus. See what I did there? Pair Eyewear's base frame started at just $60, including your prescription. I got my first pair recently, and let me tell you, I am obsessed.
It's an affordable and easy way to change up your look with top frames starting at $25. Pair provides a curated selection of base frames for men, women, and kids starting at $60, including wide frames to fit every face.
Visualize a fantastic new year with Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com and use code SIBLING15 for 15% off your first pair. And support the show by mentioning that Sibling Rivalry sent you in your post-checkout survey. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com. Code SIBLING15.
Having a good therapist is more important now than ever, y'all. At Alma, they believe that therapy is more impactful when you feel heard and understood. Somebody that speaks to you plain. And that's why they help people find a therapist who really, truly understands and gets them the right someone to talk to, not just anybody off the street. I love Alma because anyone looking for a therapist can browse Alma's free directory without having to create an account or enter any payment information.
Now, Alma can help you find a therapist who gets you. Therapy is more impactful when you feel heard and understood. And if you want to talk to someone, Alma is there to help you find the right someone, not just anyone, okay? When you browse the directory, you can filter by what you want to focus on, right? Your relationships, your anxiety, your big life transitions, your goals, your wants, your childhood pain, as well as any preferences around gender, sexuality, faith, and more. Alma can help you find a therapist who takes your insurance. Over 96% of the therapists at Alma accept insurance, including Aetna, Cigna, United Healthcare, and more.
People who find in-network care through Alma save an average of 77% on the cost of therapy.
Visit helloalma.com/rivalry to schedule a free consultation today. That's helloalma.com/rivalry.
Fume takes your bad habit and simply makes it better, healthier, and a whole lot more enjoyable.
Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses delicious flavors. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting. I love how my Fume looks and feels on my hand. It is well weighted, is perfectly balanced, and extremely fun to fidget with.
Start the year off right with the good habit by going to tryfume.com/rivalry and getting the journey back today. Fume is giving listeners of the show 10% off when they use my code RIVALRY to help make starting the good habit that much easier.
To talk to all of the listeners of Sibling Rivalry podcast right now and let you know that while you all were going mad in the comments section about whose fault it was that Jacob spoiled Monét's birthday party, which all of those of you who said it was Andy's fault, shout out to y'all. Y'all the real ones. Y'all are the real ones. At the end of the day, it was Monét's fault because Monét knew the whole time. She's a lying ass bitch.
Am I the villain?
You're gaslighting. You gaslit all of your.
Okay, let's rewind. If you don't know, I didn't. Back then when you did not know, I knew. You and Jacob were gaslighting the shit out of me. So are you fucking kidding me?
Not.
Yes, you did.
Again, we were not gaslighting you.
Yes, you were. You were literally trying to warp my whole perception of the situation. You're like, no, Monét, that's not how it works. When you do a party, you do like this. Monét, everyone knows. I'm like, no, that's not true.
Sure.
It's not true.
Which is true.
Anyway,
when you throw a surprise party,
am I the drama?
When you throw a surprise party, the first thing you say is it's a surprise. Everyone knows when you're throwing a surprise party, the first thing you say is, just so you know, it's a surprise. And also the fact that you were lying the whole time and then you're acting like we were making you crazy shows that you are the one who's gaslighting.
Am I the drama?
That is wild. And the fact that y'all thought that this bitch was trustworthy says a lot about your character.
Am I the drama?
I'm talking to the Monation members now.
Gang.
When I tell y'all to never trust a word this snake says.
First of all,
what I'm talking about.
Our mateys with your ass. You're giving pirate down.
Whatever.
It's very. You're giving like gay ass pirate that like they stole you from a location, and you were gonna be a sex slave, but they just liked you so much, and you ended up like sweet talking someone. So now you're just like the head of like the bottoms of the pirate ship.
What are you giving tonight?
I just work hard for my motherfucking money. I just did Love Ball in Chicago, which is a lot of fun. And y'all, if you're listening to this, love like this. My new single Body is out. It's officially out. It's what? 41 minutes old. The world is listening to it. So if you are listening to my voice right now and have not heard the song, go to Apple, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, wherever, and stream Body. But also, if you really love me, buy that shit. Like, buy it. It costs $1. Like, buy the single and stream it. Do both. Do double duty if you can. It would really mean a lot to me.
If you want to listen to Body, go to seethedragqueen.com. And Monet's
no, go to monetexchange.com/music or monetexchange.com. You'll find it there.
It will be posted. It will be posted on my page.
I mean, that would be nice. Jacob, can you do that? You heard it. Bob said, can you change sethedragqueen.com and put a link from our music?
No, get padded.
I can't because we've already committed to our tour company that we're doing it for
whatever
tour. And you can go see Bob the Drag Queen in multiple cities in Australia at seethedragqueen.com. And come see our Netflix is a Joke show on May 5th.
Which would be great. All right, so why don't we go back? We're gonna hop back into
I really gathered y'all. Yeah, we're like, oh my God, we ruined the surprise. Bob was like, not Jacob ruined the surprise. Also, I want to rewind this. Literally, the first words out of your mouth, the first words out of Bob's mouth was, not Jacob ruined the surprise. Literally, that was your gut reaction. Before you had to weasel your brain and figure out a way to flip it back on me, your initial reaction was, oh my God, Jacob ruined the surprise. Y'all, rewind the tape. That was literally Bob's initial reaction.
So since we're back on it, I want you to clear. You didn't get me. I never cared if you're surprised because I wasn't even invited. I was never part of your
You never will be invited. Not the one last year, not this one, not the one to come. Never will you be invited. Know that.
And just to be clear, if you invite me, I'll never come.
Don't worry about it because you won't be invited.
I'm so glad that we're not worried about it. I'm so glad we're on the same page.
I'm happy. Page 14. Elated.
And I'm telling you, look, y'all met the real Monét. That right there.
I'm on the other side, bitch. Do you watch the podcast? I'm on the other side.
This troll is the real Monét.
You're literally pointing to the next. You're literally pointing to the next video. Trixie does whoever's makeup. That's literally what you're pointing to right now. Go off.
Troll, made of actual trolls. But you know what? But I've been doing this about you, so I'm just waiting for the fans to catch on and realize who the real Monét is. That's what I'm waiting for.
Anyways, but do you know who we do need to figure out is the queens of season 12? I want to acknowledge the ferocity of Sibling Rivalry. Baby, we caught up. Like, Bob tried to derail us that one episode and literally tried to talk about 4 people, but Monét have caught us up to where we need to be because we're on season. This is Every RuGirl Part 12, and we're starting with the first queen of season 12, which is Dahlia Sin.
I want to make one thing clear. If I wanted us to be on season 4, we'd be on season 4 right now. Make that clear. Let's be clear, Casper.
Anyway, Dahlia Sin. I think Dahlia Sin, in my opinion, is her and like Kahana Trees and a couple other girls. They're beautiful out of drag and beautiful in drag. Like Dahlia, and they're both. She's very sexy out of drag. She's sexy in drag. Dahlia Sin is like a sex. Like she like oozes sex appeal to me.
Well, I feel like a lot of her branding is being very sexy, so that all makes a lot of sense. She is. Oh, I thought she's from New York. She's not from New York. That's right. Actually, I remember she said that she's from Arizona. I now remember that in my head that she's from Arizona. But she was part of the House of Aja, which was her. The main 3 House of Ajans are Aja, Candy, and Dahlia Sin.
And they had some queens. B. Ames is also part of it, and then the Queen of New York on Momo Shade, and those are like the 5, and then but those you just saw on like the main.
Well, those 3. I think that by the time they got down to 3, the other girls had gone on about their way. I think that the main 3 were these ones, and I don't know that the House of I think the House of Aja has officially disbanded. I don't think they're doing things as a faction anymore. But that being said, I do remember Dahlia Sin from New York City very vividly.
Oh, she's Brazilian? I'm sure you remember her very vividly, honey.
and she's very talented. But she. I mean, I think her biggest moment on Drag Race was her Brock Ally moment.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't
But she was in.
realize.
But in her defense, she was in every episode of the season. Every single episode.
I didn't realize Dahlia was so close to me in age. I thought she was like way younger. Like if you told me Dahlia was like 25, I'd have been like, yeah, that sounds right.
Do you know Dahlia has a twin?
I know. That's not
Identical
gay.
twin. That's I don't know if that last.
No, they're
one
not
is-
gay.
Okay, I mean, sure. I don't know if that's true, but Monét seems
They're
pretty confident.
queer. Not gay.
Okay, you sound like you're backpedaling because you realize you're.
No, they're queer, not gay. It was like a thing.
That's low key giving back. That's low key giving backpedal. We'll keep moving. She was the first one to go home on her season, and yeah, I mean, I don't know a ton about Dahlia Sin, so I don't have too many things to say about her. But she is a really sickening queen. I think she should do it. I would do an All Stars if I was her.
Yeah, maybe she wants to, but she hasn't been asked. I can see Dahlia in All Stars. Her aesthetic is very. She always looks pretty good. And Dahlia is also very. Anytime I like bump into her at a gig, like her and I did this gig together for the Trevor Project like a year ago and 2 years ago. She's always my opinion of Dahlia is memories of her is just always very sweet, very kind, very fun time gal. Love her. Yeah. Let's go on to the next queen, who is Joey J, the gay. When I think of Joey J, I just think of the word gay because that's like in like their branding.
Mine has Rock'em Sakura.
Huh? Oh, never mind. Wait, Rock'em
season. Where are you over there smoking? Rock'em Sakura.
Rock'em Sakura. She's a San Francisco queen, right? Yeah.
She was living in San Francisco. Apparently, she was living like a convent in San Francisco when she got cast, but she's from San Jose.
She lives in a convent?
Yeah, at the time on Drag Race, she was living in like an old convent, not in an active convent, but like a convent turned condo or turned what do you call it when like everyone lives there but they rent, but they kind of like it was like a community space or something, but like kind of like almost like a commune.
Interesting.
Very San Francisco.
Very San Francisco, very SF, very Northern Cali behavior. Yeah, Rock'em Sakura. I really never interacted with her much. I just remember, and I think she's pretty open about this. When like she got cast on Drag Race, that video of her at Folsom was circulating, and she was getting her life at Folsom out in the public, and I was like, oh, work, good for her. Would you ever do sex outside openly?
I've had sex outside before.
But like where people like something like Folsom, where people are like walking around, there are phones, and like it's like that kind of exposed. Not like in like a bush somewhere on like out in the streets, like during a festival like that.
I would not have sex in the middle of the street, no.
Yeah, I'm not a Folsom girl. Like I would not want everyone just having their camera phones. Like, oh my God, look at Monét. I couldn't do that.
Well, I don't think Rock'em Sakura was a Drag Race girl when she did.
Yeah, she wasn't. It was free, but I before I was a Drag Race girl, I wouldn't do that either.
When you go to bathhouses?
I'll go to bathhouses. No one's walking around outside with their phones. When in the bathhouse, no one has their phones. Like in a bathhouse, that's one thing.
For me, it's not just about the phones. It's not just the phones for me. It's like I don't want like a group of people watching me have sex.
Oh, for me, it's the phone thing. Like being outside in like a festival where there are like hundreds of people walking around. A bathhouse, you maybe like 25 people there, and you can kind of pick and choose if you want to be exposed and you want people to watch. But at a Folsom, where it's literally a parade of people, nah, dog, not for me. Mm-mm.
I could be at a party that became a sex party, but I don't think I'd go to a sex party.
Like even now, today?
Yeah, I don't think I'll go to a sex party.
But if you were at a party and
a party that became a sex party, yeah.
Interesting.
Like if we were at your place for that Secret Santa thing, and then stuff started getting frisky, we got to see it through.
Oh wow! I wouldn't. I wouldn't expect that from you. That's very interesting work. I know for the future.
Would you hook up with someone with me?
It depends on who. We have such different tastes. I don't see where that would happen, but I'm not opposed to it. But I just don't. We don't have any intersectionality.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What you say about Jacob? Don't you ever say anything crazy about my motherfucker, man. Would you? Okay, let me. I'm gonna name a few people. You tell me if you hook up with someone with them. We're gonna get back to Rock'em Soccer. I promise. Pixie.
Would I hook up with someone with Pixie?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No.
Keisha.
No.
Two-Face.
No.
Then who the fuck would you hook up with? If you can't go to Bossa, where would you go?
I would hook up with someone with Jasmine Rice.
You know what? Now that scans. All right. Back to Rock'em Soccer. So I had Rock on my podcast on my show First Impressions one time. And Rock'em Soccer also has a really good YouTube page. And Rock is a great makeup artist. Like Rock'em Soccer is very good at makeup. If you all don't believe me, go to her YouTube page. You will gag. It is genuinely very good. She blew me away a couple of times. I was like, wow,
she blew
she's
you
really doing that. Yeah, right in the middle of the street at Folsom.
What? Good for you. Work. Let's go on to our next queen, who is Nicky Doll. I have to tell you, Nicky Doll is one of the luckiest girls in Drag Race history. She is one of the luckiest queens in franchise history.
Luck. It's all luck. That's crazy.
I mean, yes, no shade. Bob,
see, you know how she gathered the Vivian? She gonna gather you too. The way she walked down that aisle and gathered the Vivian, you're the next one.
So what Bob is referring to?
Come get Monét.
First of all, I love Nicky Doll. First of all, you don't even talk Nicky. I mean, okay. What Bob was referring to when we did this all-star.
When a bitch act like she has tea, but she don't. That shit is so annoying. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You literally have nothing.
That's Nicky's business, not my business. Anyway, so what I was referring to when we did the All-Star 7 promo at the 92nd Street Y, this iconic thing, and she's talking about, she made this joke about how you can lose Drag Race and host your own franchise, whatever. And then Nicky Doll, she didn't realize Nicky Doll was in the audience, and we just hear the audience going like, oh, but like more than normal. Then Nicky Doll just starts walking down the aisle. I was like, it was fucking brilliant. But like y'all, if y'all don't know, Nicky Doll, what places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nicky Doll went home 11th and now hosts her own franchise in France. And y'all, Drag Race in France, like over there, I guess in all the countries, like Mexico, Canada, like the subsidiary, is that the word? I don't know. The subsequent countries, like Drag Race is used, but like she is like RuPaul in France. Like Nicky Doll is like celebrated like motherfucking Paul in France because she hosts a franchise and they love the show there so much. So honestly, good for her. Good for her. Work.
And I just want to say, Nicky Doll, I don't think it's luck. I think you worked your ass off and you got what you deserve. You know, when we came to France for the tour, Nicky Doll and I hung out and she came to the show and then
why did she come on stage with Madonna and you?
Maybe she was busy. Maybe they had someone else. I mean, again, I don't work in casting, so I don't know why. You know, I don't work in human resources over at Madonna Incorporated. But what I do know is that she came to hung out with me at my DJ gig afterwards. She came to both of them actually, and Nicky Doll is really sweet and very stunning. Her drag is really impeccable.
Oh, is really good. It's really good. She looks in all the promos and the episodes. Her looks are always really well done. I mean, Nicky Doll is doing her big one. I'm like, bitch, work. I wish. Let me come host Drag Race Jamaica. Ooh, Drag Race Jamaica. I still think they should do a Caribbean season, and it'll be like Eurovision. There will be one representative from each country, each Caribbean island. I think that could be really dope. But
where would they? And you think it'd be you over every other Caribbean queen?
Well, apparently, like I've heard this tea that they like filming in foreign countries because it's a little cheaper than America. Like apparently, I mean, no surprise, America is very expensive to film in. But some other countries they film like some of the versus the worlds. They have it's like cheaper. Like they can do way more because it's cheaper there apparently.
They would also save more money if they filmed it in places like Atlanta, as opposed to filming everything in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I know they don't film in Hollywood. I mean, in California.
Burbank.
That's what I mean. They don't film in Burbank. They film out in the Valley, like way far out in the Valley.
But it's also probably easier to get guest judges to like come to
Yeah,
the show if it's in
true.
Los Angeles.
True.
You ate
Yeah.
that, Jacob.
Bitch, have you had the tea about apparently Michelle is hosting Down Under? RuPaul said I'm done.
I predicted this.
But you said Raven.
What I said was when RuPaul is ready to step down from Drag Race, the first franchise she drops will be Down Under. That is literally what I said.
But you thought that Raven would be hosting the show.
Not Down Under. But I did say that
Raven's gonna host America?
At some point, maybe.
But before Michelle.
I don't think Michelle will host America.
So you think if RuPaul steps down for America, it's gonna be Raven hosting it and not Michelle?
Maybe. I don't think it'll be Michelle. I don't think Michelle will be hosting America. No. I do not.
Interesting.
Raven, I'm not sure, but I do not think it will be Michelle.
Work.
Do you think it will be Michelle?
I don't really have an opinion, to be honest. I don't know. I could see it. I'm like, I could see that being a thing. I'm not like absolutely not Michelle. I could see it happening for sure.
Again, this is not based on my opinion. I'm not saying Raven because I love Raven and think she's talented, or Michelle because I don't like her. This has practically nothing to do with my opinion. I just don't think that Michelle would be hosting America and that Raven would be out of the running. And it's not because of my love for Raven or my dislike for Michelle. It has nothing to do with my opinion.
Work. Yeah, I don't know. I could see Michelle doing it. That wouldn't be like weird or shocking to me.
Let's go on to Aiden Zane.
Aiden Zane. This is such a kooky little promo look.
I actually think this look looks really great, and I think I love this little duochromatic. I wish she was wearing a white heel and a red heel, but it'd be hard to find a red heel that's that exact same color without it being a little bit distracting. I think this look is
I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad. It's very kooky for her. I didn't realize that I don't remember her look being so kooky. It's cute.
She is from Georgia, which we love. And I feel like she used to work at Waffle House. I don't know why I feel
she's not from Georgia. She's from Cohocton.
And I feel like she used to work at Waffle House. I don't know why I feel like that, but I'm almost positive she used to work at Waffle House. She's another girl. Her and Dahlia are both girls with OFs, OnlyFanses.
Oh yeah, Aiden got like snatched.
Aiden Zane and Dahlia Sim both have real OnlyFans. Not none of this little side butt pic shit. They have real ass bust down OnlyFans.
The thing I'm not crazy about is why she do the different color contacts in the eyes. I don't love that, but also people. Aiden was one of the kitty cat queens. Like people are like, oh my god, Raven, bitch, you keep on wearing pussycat wigs. Every time Raven every time Aiden would wear a pussycat wig, I'll be tagged and like her season. I was tagged in her looks all the time because she was wearing pussycat wigs.
Well, Aiden also was wearing the literal same wig. So me and Aiden had a big to do on her season of Drag Race because I was like, Aiden saying you need to stop wearing this wig. Like you have to stop wearing this wig because I was just blown away by how many times it was like she wore it less times though than what's her name in that fucking necklace.
Jocelyn Fox.
Jocelyn Fox and that goddamn necklace that she wore with like so many times on the runway. It's gotten to the point where I think people are photoshopping the necklace into other looks just to prove a point. Because I cannot remember how many times she wore the necklace, but Aiden wearing this wig that many times was crazy. That was wild.
Why do I peg her to be a spooky queen? Was she spooky? I don't remember. But in my mind, she's like a horror queen, like a spook queen.
She did a little spook. I think she was a smidge spooktacular. And she definitely also kind of low-key has a Peaches Christ thing going on with the eye makeup a little bit.
What's that? What does that mean?
Peaches Christ, like the way the Peaches Christ curls her eyebrows. Aiden Zane kind of has that going on.
Got it.
The dark hair. Aiden Zane is a little spooky. So
yeah, like in a more in like an Elvira way than like a Dragula, like scary way.
Right.
Yeah. Camp. It's camp horror. You know?
You're a camp horror, baby.
Let's go on to one of the true toasts of the towns in New York City before she got on Drag Race. A few of us, like me, Monét, Bianca, Thorgy, who else did I say
Thorgisha.
was like
Cracker.
really the cracker, like toast of the town before we got on Drag Race. And Brita Filter was the darling. And hers was like right as she got on Drag Race. I mean, New York City loves a Brita Filter. She is really fun fact, did you know that Brita Filter was raised Mormon?
I feel like I did know that.
Yeah, Brita Filter was raised Mormon. Which kind of blew my mind. And I was kind of like, oh Jesus! And I think Brita might be the first Tonga American on the show. She might be the only Tonga American who's ever been on the show.
I mean, you mean in America?
In America, yes. I think Down Under has had quite a few Tongans.
Yeah,
but she's the first. She's the only Tongan, I believe, to have been on Drag Race, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Also, her promo look. I think she had my favorite promo look this season. This was such a beautiful gown. This is so well done. I forget who made it.
This is Florence D'Elia.
Florence D'Elia. This looks really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, and she also was kind of the drag mom for Stephanie's child. She was kind of like Stephanie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe she was Dan's drag mom.
No, she was Laguna's drag mother.
I thought Laguna was Keisha Carr's drag daughter.
Oh, maybe. I don't fucking know. It also tangled.
She's one of their drag moms. No. Rose is Keisha Carr's drag daughter.
I think Laguna might be too. I don't remember.
Anyway, she was kind of like the mother to Stephanie's child, and they had a show together that was really good at therapy. So it was I remember going to that show and being like, my God, this is a great show. These girls
I never saw Soaked. I never got a chance to see it.
It was really good. Really, really good.
Brita Filter was also really active in like a lot of like political stuff. She was working with that lady at Drag Out the Vote, Jackie Huba. And they used to like a lot of stuff about like voting and like activating that because their season was an election year. That's why they had this fucking red, white, and blue promo thing.
I just did a quick Google and on Thotasy.tumblr, Thotasy is like that New York City blog. She does say that Brita Filter is her drag mom. Laguna.
Who? Laguna?
Laguna.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Laguna is Brita's drag daughter, and yeah, Brita was great. Brita also went through a really tough time after the show.
Yeah,
like a really tough time, and with like the fans because her and Aiden Zane's beef, like people felt like Brita was like bullying Aiden, and they really started coming for Brita, and she had a really tough time after the show. I think she's in a good place now. I don't know, I wasn't sure, but I know she had like a really tough time after the show. And Bob. Reviews always point out that she would like put stuff on her shoes to make her feet bigger.
Oh, I hated that she was doing stuff with her shoes.
It was the buttons. The buttons one. I remember the buttons one stick out to me. She had like these yellow shoes, and these huge like buttons on the shoes. And I was like, that does look crazy. And
Brita Filter, by the way, Brita Filter is large. Brita Filter has huge feet, bigger than me and Monét. We both have.
Yeah, she's a size 16.
Yeah, Brita has some fucking waffle stompers, honey. And for her to put glue stuff on her feet is kind of crazy. And so Brita Filter, I was genuinely blown away that people didn't like Brita Filter. I was like, I remember watching her and being like, why don't they like her? Like, why is she?
It was the Aiden Zane thing. It was the Aiden Zane thing that really turned him on her.
They didn't even like Aiden Zane. So, like, what's the deal?
But she was a person of color bullying this little white kid.
But the weird thing is, like, but they didn't even like the little white kid. Like when me and Derek got into it, wasn't nobody mad at me.
It's different because you were like the way like you and Derek had things, but you obviously you're a comedian, so a lot of like your interactions, like even like your persona and stuff, you were able to play off that thing because of your comedy and because you're a funny person. Where Brita, people just felt it was mean spirited, and also Derek was coming for you. I don't think because we saw a lot of confessionals of Brita talking about Aiden, and Aiden would like make little jokes, but a lot of Brita's confessionals were like, Aiden. So for us, it was that she was always talking about Aiden.
I really thought that Brita was. I remember being like, I don't get why y'all so mad at her. This is like this. I can't get with y'all's line of logic and reasoning because I thought Brita did a great job on the show. I actually think her I think her getting sent home was kind of bullshit. They were like going in. I don't know if y'all remember that. They were going in on her earrings. She looked really good. And they were like, ugh, I just wish you didn't wear these earrings. They were trying so hard to find something wrong with her outfit that day, and they just wouldn't shut up about her fucking earrings. It
I
was
don't
such a
remember.
shit. I will never forget. I kept being like, not this earrings bit. And fun fact about Brita, Brita came to me and told me Brita, Jessie Havea used to come to my show all the time and like watch me. And I remember getting him a cake for his birthday one day because he texted me like, I want to celebrate my birthday with you. And then one day he came to me, he was like, I'm going upstate to do because Brita's an actor. I'm going to go do a version of Cinderella where I'm going to be an ugly stepsister. And like, he came back and was like, I want to be a drag queen now. Like, my drag name is going to be Brita Filter. I want to be a drag queen. And I was like, all right, well, good luck. And, let me know how it works out. And then she fucking won Entertainer of the Year. And I was really, really proud of Brita Filter. Truly proud.
I remember her one of my favorite looks of hers this season was her Planet of the Capes look. It was so fucking, I like wanted this outfit. I love the red and how I think Domino may have made this. It was such a beautiful look. It was so, so, so good.
Let's go on to a queen who just actually got to do a collab with her namesake, Jan Sport.
Oh yeah, she finally got that collab down. Good for her.
Isn't that wild that she got to do a collab with Jan Sport?
I know, that's fierce, bitch. That's fierce. Scotch Brite, they wanted to do a collab with me, but I just didn't have the time. So Scotch Brite, if you're listening, I'm free now, and I'm down to work with you guys.
What was your vision for the new year? Baby, it's already March. Is there a goal you've been working toward for a long time and you are switching things up in 2024? Whatever your vision is for the new year, let Pair Eyewear bring that into focus. See what I did there? Pair Eyewear's base frame started at just $60, including your prescription. Baby, including your prescription. And you can save by using the pre-tax FSA and HSA dollars. Plus, get 50% off by using code Sibling15 at paireyewear.com. I got my first pair recently, and let me tell you, I am obsessed.
Pair is budget friendly without compromising on style or quality. It's an affordable and easy way to change up your look with top frames starting at $25. I love the versatility my frames bring to every situation and outfit just for me. Pair provides a curated selection of base frames for men, women, and kids starting at $60, including wide frames to fit every face. Find your fit right from home with a virtual try-on, then switch up your look and a snap with top frames that start at just $25. New designs drop every month, including fun collabs, and they have free standard shipping and a flexible 30-day return policy. So basically, you can find your perfect fit anytime, anywhere, any place.
Visualize a fantastic new year with Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com and use code Sibling15 for 15% off your first pair. And support the show by mentioning that Sibling Rivalry sent you in your post-checkout survey. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com. Code Sibling15. No matter how you started this year off, when you use the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, you can build your credit scores with on-time payments for everyday purchases. Plus, there's no annual fee or credit check to get started. With a Chime checking account, you can get paid up to 2 days earlier. Baby, we love that. 48 hours, I can spend a lot of money in 48 hours. And with a qualifying direct deposit, you can get access to your money sooner. Chime offers fee-free overdrafts with SpotMe. Overdrafts up to $200 without any fees with SpotMe when you set up a qualifying direct deposit. Just set up a qualifying direct deposit, sign up for SpotMe, and Chime will spot you up to your limit when you make a purchase that exceeds your balance.
Ditch the monthly fees. Chime has no monthly minimum balance or overdraft fees. Chime gives you access to 60,000 plus fee-free ATMs. That's more than the top 3 national banks combined. You can easily find one near you with the Chime app. With Chime, you can send and receive money, pay friends through Chime no matter what bank account they use, and cash out your money fee-free. Start building your credit. Open a Chime checking account with at least a $200 qualifying direct deposit to get started. Get started at chime.com/rivalry. That's chime.com/rivalry.
The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. members FDIC. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal and over-the-counter advance fees may apply. Call 1-844-244-6363 for details. Late payment may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply.
Having a good therapist is more important now than ever, y'all. At Alma, they believe that therapy is more impactful when you feel heard and understood. Somebody that speaks to you plain. And that's why they help people find a therapist who really, truly understands and gets them the right someone to talk to, not just anybody off the street. I love Alma because anyone looking for a therapist can browse Alma's free directory without having to create an account or enter any payment information.
Now, Alma can help you find a therapist who gets you. Therapy is more impactful when you feel heard and understood. And if you want to talk to someone, Alma is there to help you find the right someone, not just anyone, okay? When you browse the directory, you can filter by what you want to focus on, right? Your relationships, your anxiety, your big life transitions, your goals, your wants, your childhood pain, as well as any preferences around gender, sexuality, faith, and more. Alma can help you find a therapist who takes your insurance. Over 96% of the therapists at Alma accept insurance, including Aetna, Cigna, United Healthcare, and more.
People who find in-network care through Alma save an average of 77% on the cost of therapy.
Visit helloalma.com/rivalry to schedule a free consultation today. That's helloalma.com/rivalry.
Have you ever tried to break a bad habit and felt like you're just climbing Everest in flip-flops? Yeah, been there, done that, girl. But there's a breath of fresh air, y'all. Fume. It's not about giving up, it's about switching up. Fume takes your bad habit and simply makes it better, healthier, and a whole lot more enjoyable.
Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses delicious flavors. You get it? Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for de-stressing and anxiety while breaking your habit. I love how my Fume looks and feels on my hand. It is well weighted, is perfectly balanced, and extremely fun to fidget with. Fidget spinner be gone. And I love the beautiful real wood finish and shape of it. The flavors are intense and it always hits the right spot for me.
Start the year off right with the good habit by going to tryfume.com/rivalry and getting the journey back today. Fume is giving listeners of the show 10% off when they use my code RIVALRY to help make starting the good habit that much easier.
Let's go on to talk about Ms. Jan, who I think is legit one of the best singers from RuPaul's Drag Race.
For sure. That video of her singing A Holy Night, Emery and Peter, a few, I think 2 years ago, I was on that tour. It was mind-blowing. I love Jan. I don't think it's she is like part of, she was the first Stephanie's Child girl to get on. And we're still waiting for fucking Laguna. Drag Race will not cast Laguna Blue. Laguna's been trying to get on the show for eons. And they're like, nope. No.
I mean, there were girls who waited longer, so she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah, one day she's going to get on and they're going to change her.
I mean, Nina West auditioned 11 times, so Laguna Blue will be fine.
I think Tina did it around the same time, right?
No, Tina auditioned every season since season 2. So whatever season she's on, -1.
She got 13. She's on 13. So she did 12.
Just in 12 times. So yeah. So whenever a girl's like, I might get, you'll get yours, or you won't, and it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's rich on the show, but you know,
Jan used to come to like me. She used to come to a lot of my shows. She comes to me and she was like me at me at Cracker Show like almost every Sunday. Not almost every Sunday, but she came a lot. And Jan is great. Jan is she's also another girl. Jan and I, we've done a few Murray and Peter tours together back in the day when I used to Murray and Peter. And Jan is another, y'all know I love a professional girl. She's on time. She's on time for the meet and greet. She always has her shit together. She's a professional person. And I like Jan. I like Jan a lot.
Yeah, Jan is really remarkable. Jan is also one of these theater kids. She's definitely a theater gay, but she takes drag really seriously. I don't think she's a failed BFA. I think she is like a real queen's queen. She knows it all. She's very good at what she takes the craft very, very seriously. And she's not someone, I think some theater gays who become drag queens get a reputation for drag being their fallback career because they couldn't make it on Broadway. And honestly, I don't think that Jan is anything like that. I think that Jan has a genuine love for the craft that is dragoons. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that we also know that there's a very infamous storyline going on the internet there where Jan is intentionally being meticulously and systematically made to go insane by RuPaul.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch All Star 6 because that was filming during the filming of All Star 7. So I didn't like watch in real time. So I missed a lot of All Star 6. But I literally I didn't realize that she got eliminated. It was a double elimination. Like it was a timed lip syncs. So then they revealed one and they eliminated her too. I'm like, that it really feels like Jan she can do nothing to cement a place in Drag Race. Like something always happens to her.
She also didn't win the Madonna RuGirl, which they gave it to Gigi Goode. And you know what? Gigi Goode is great. That should have gone to Jan.
On her season, I don't remember it.
It was Jan. Jan opened up during the Madonna RuGirl with "I Wanna Rule the World."
Oh yeah, that was good. That riff, that run she does on World was so good.
And she was great. She was everything Jan did that episode was great. Everything she did, so good. But it was not good enough to secure her a win that episode or on any season of Drag Race she's ever been on. But she has secured love in the hearts of many, many people. And her little robe sells very well. People love that robe.
Who's your favorite member of Stephanie's Child?
I like them all for different reasons, to be honest. I think that Laguna's the best.
Who's your favorite?
I love Laguna's singing. I love Jan's comedic timing. And I love Rosé's dancing.
That's so interesting. I would say Rosé's comedic timing.
Okay.
Who do you think is the best makeup?
That says a lot about your comedic timing, if anything.
The best makeup, I think, I would say, I don't know. I would say maybe a tie between Laguna and Jan.
Naming one is way worse than naming everyone but one. That was crazy. That's crazy. Monét's like, if there can be 4 contestants, Monét, we have a top 3. No, we have a bottom 1. That's what that is. Okay?
Cold
you name the top 3. All you're doing is
I love Rosé though. Rosé and I, we talk, we text and DM probably more than I do the other 2 girls. And,
does she know how you feel about her makeup?
I did not say Rosé has bad makeup. We said who has the best out of the 3. Saying that one doesn't have the best out of the 3 doesn't mean that one is bad. I don't think Rosé has the makeup.
You're the only one that said bad.
You're the one that said it.
I said, does she know how you feel about her makeup?
And Bob, what were you insinuating by that?
That must have bubbled something up.
Insinuation? Thank you. Nigga, you think all of us here are dumb?
That must have bubbled. I think one of us is. That must have bubbled something up.
What is the insinuation? We're not dumb.
All I said was, do you know how she feels about? Does she know how you feel about her makeup?
But I think that if I'm looking at, maybe I'll say Jan. I think I'll say Laguna. I do love how Laguna contours her nose. I tell that all the time. I love her nose contour. The Vivian is also someone I love the way Vivian contours her nose. It's so good. Like, you think, bitch, in person would be looking like that. I guess we're not going to talk about her. But Vivian, in my opinion, her makeup, she looks like she has a filter on in real life. Like, you see in person, and it looks like she has a filter on. Her makeup is so good. It's so soft.
We're going to move on, but just to be clear, it's definitely not Rosé who has the best makeup.
Wow, that's rude.
Just to be clear. I'm asking you, in your opinion.
Let's go on to Widow Von Du.
I was standing Widow Von Du so hard this season. I'm genuinely shocked she didn't go further than she did. I really thought that she was going to eat the girlies up. That first episode, she had such a strong coming out the gate. Widow Von Du went bananas in that first episode in front of Nicki Minaj. Back when Nicki was Nicki, the old Nicki.
This was the Nicki season? This was the Nicki season. Oof.
Yeah. This is the hate your makeup and hair.
Yeah.
I just thought she was so. I was really, really rooting for Widow Von Du, and I wish she could have gotten further than she did. But I did think she was really, really great on her season. I just thought she was great.
You can tell her and Monique got their outfits from the same place. Is that similar, like neoprene or like the same like structure in the bra thing is that person, because she's also from Kansas City, Missouri. I think window.
Window Undo.
I think that Widow and Monique were dragged.
Okay, the edibles kick in. When the edibles kick in, it was crazy.
Window Vondu. I think that her and Monique were drag sisters before Drag Race, and Milan. I think the person's name is Milan that makes these outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I don't remember how Widow did in challenge. Was she good in challenges? I think maybe her runways held her back.
I don't remember either. I mean, she had some challenges where she was good. Her acting challenges were not great. She was obviously better at the dancing and better at the writing music challenges, and I think her acting challenges were not really particularly wonderful. And I believe it was I'm pretty sure it was the political episode. It was the episode where they had to do the debates where Widow went home. I'm almost positive.
Wait, they had to do two Snatch Games that season?
Why? Is that what happened? Was that the season? Did they?
Well, it says first Snatch Game look, Tina Turner, second Snatch Game. Maybe she changed it in the middle of it. Maybe that's what it was.
What was her second Snatch Game look?
Ike Turner.
Oh, interesting. I guess I don't really remember that. But yeah, she is from KCMO, honey. And also Widow had some really upsetting.
The DV.
Her and her partner and the police department.
There was a video. I was like, oh my God. Gag. Which, bitch, by the way, have you seen Adora Delano?
Her first selfie after her FFS.
She looks gorgeous. I'm so happy for her.
She does look quite stunning. Let's move on to Heidi in Closet, who was really a breakout star from this season of Drag Race. She was a huge star this season.
If you really like to Heidi, I think that after that Nicki Minaj comment, a lot of people rallied behind her because, I mean, on your first episode of Drag Race, Nicki Minaj, which back then a lot of people really looked up to. I can't speak for people now, like especially like the queer community. She's like a queer icon. For her to be like, I just hate. Like, I cannot imagine on your first time.
Hate.
Like, I cannot imagine your first time in the queer spotlight that happening. That is crazy. I think a lot of people rallied behind Heidi afterwards. And honestly, she's really I saw a clip of, she was being interviewed by somewhere, and her makeup is gorgeous. She really figured out her face. She looks beautiful.
Yeah, Heidi in Closet did not. She got the shit end of the deal for that, and poor Heidi. It is what it is. That could not have been fun. That could not have been remotely pleasant. And I know I'm almost 100% positive that still plagues her to this day. But I know people say it. I know people are like, I hate your makeup and hair, and she's like, all right.
Or they're going like, I hate. Yeah. Also, Heidi has a fleshlight.
Yeah, with the teeth. That's really funny. She really. Also, Heidi. That's right. Heidi was very, very unceremoniously stormed out of All Stars. She's one of the Adora Delano. She's one of the All Stars something. All Stars 8. Yes.
Yeah, 8.
That's right. The crazy thing was that she stormed out, and the next episode, someone else tried to storm
Kahana
out.
was like, I'm gonna leave.
And they were like, and RuPaul walked in. I was like, damn, y'all gonna stop. That's crazy. Y'all let her y'all let me hit the brakes. But Kahana says no, and y'all ready to shut down production. That's crazy. That's crazy. I would be hot like fish grease if y'all let me walk all the way to the car. Didn't even stop me. But Kahana threatens, and now everybody wanna.
Well, I think they were like, bitch, whoa. But they thought that it was going to be a chain reaction. Then two more. The next episode, then Alexa's leaving. The next one, I think they were really afraid that it would have been wild.
And I just don't remember what was going on. was Heidi. I don't remember why
She
Heidi was so
felt like
upset.
production was pulling a fast one. Like she felt like challenged. She should have won. She didn't want. Like she felt like she's getting an unfair treatment by production. From what I remember reading online, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I had. That's what I had heard or seen.
Do you have any memories with Heidi? Any moments that you ever had with her?
No, I've not really hung out with Heidi outside of. I don't think I don't think Heidi and I have ever even done a gig together. I know her and Jacob are best buddies. I know she probably hang out at your place a lot, but I don't think I've ever hung out with Heidi. I don't think so.
I've hung out with Heidi a lot, but no, me and Heidi don't hang out a ton. There is an unreleased video of Heidi doing my makeup.
Whoa,
somewhere.
Why isn't that released?
Listen, I don't know. I didn't edit the video. I didn't shoot the video. I just sat down and got my makeup done. So maybe one day the video will be released into the world. I do not have the footages. I do have probably a picture on my phone somewhere.
I want to see it. I really am interested in seeing what that looks like.
If I can find the picture of Heidi doing my makeup on my phone,
so here are your assignments, Bob the Drag Queen LLC. Give us Taco Head and give us the Heidi and Closet makeover. What's the problem?
So I don't take assignments from you.
Okay? Nigga, I said give us Taco Head and give us a Heidi and Closet picture or the video. Do something.
First of all, it's called Taco Head, not Socko Head.
I said Taco Head.
Give us Socko Head.
I said Taco Head. Give us Taco Head.
Nigga, give us an album, okay?
Y'all got a single, so run it up.
Let's go on to Jackie Cox, who is she Canadian or did I make that up? Yeah, she is. She's fucking Canadian.
Well, I don't think she's fucking any Canadians. I think she's just from there.
She's probably fucking and she's Canadian. And I feel like no one ever really mentioned that she's Canadian. And Brooklyn's the only fucking Canadian queen. Hello. We have a Canadian queen here.
Well, when I think of Jackie Cox, obviously I know Jackie Cox from New York before she was on Drag Race, and so was I. But when I think about Jackie Cox, she sells an 8 by. It's like an 11 by 17 of her nude, and it sells like $125.
It's just her butt, right?
I think it might be the front too.
No, I don't think that's.
Why did you look it up?
I didn't look it up, but I remember seeing a picture of her butt, and I've not seen the frontal nude. And I feel like it would have made its way to the internet by now.
But I think you have to buy I think that's the thing. You have to buy the print to see. I'm gonna go on her thing really quick.
You think no one's bought it? That's why it's not out there because no one's willing to. Damn, cold ass bitch.
Okay, yeah, it's not on there anymore. It's not on her website anymore. Probably sold out.
Maybe. Jackie Cox was one of the Paige Turner girlies. So Jackie Cox is another kid who is obsessed with theater. She's kind of low key, a little bit like a Plasma, a little bit like a New York City theater girl, a Blair St. Clair. But she's a little bit less in your face about it, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I always forget Blair is a Philly theater girl. It's because she's from Oklahoma. Like when the theater girls, I associate them with being either from New York or living in New York and having that connection. But Blair was a theater girl from Indiana who never made it to New York. Actually, I think she lives there now. But
I have the Jackie Cox photo. So it was just some side butt, and it was sold as a fundraiser for a cancer charity.
Oh, wait, how did you find it?
I didn't find the actual photo, but I found articles about her talking about it. The photo I have is a censored version, so it's not the full one.
Got it.
But that's the deal with the photo. It's not a full frontal. Just there's some tasteful booty for a good cause.
Bob, would you ever do a tasteful nude for charity?
I don't see a reason why I don't want to do that. I think that I would be able to raise more money in different ways. I don't think there's a lot of people out here trying to see my tasteful nudes. So I would find a way that
guys, if you want to see Bob's tasteful nudes, comment below. Let us know. Maybe we'll do it for Sibling Rivalry. Okay, give us a number. Okay, give us a number. If we get a certain amount of likes on something, would you do it? Can we get a number?
I'm going to repeat that. I would like for y'all to not pressure me for nudes because I'm not interested in posting any nude pictures on the internet.
All right. Well, never heard about
What
this
about you,
one.
Monét? Would you?
Do what, Jacob?
What about Monét?
I don't know, Jacob. I don't know the answer to that. Like, in my
Well,
mind, it's a
we've
yes,
seen you
but
post
like
nude.
in
We've seen
actuality,
you post
if I really
nude.
got
The
this one on
question
the
is,
thing, I don't know if I would want to do it. Like if I said, oh, if I get 1 million, whatever, I'll do it. And then if I got that, I'm like, I don't want to do it. So I don't know the answer.
well, we've seen you post nudes. The question is, can you post a tasteful nude? That's
No,
what
I
we're
don't
looking
want to
for.
I've posted news, but like not like my actual like junk out, right? I have an underwear on or something, but like posting like a tasteful nude where you can see like my junk, and like to me that's a lot. I don't know. Let's go on to Jackie
I
Cox.
don't pressure
Yes,
you.
Jackie Cox was the daughter of Paige Turner. I wonder if Paige Turner will ever get on Drag Race. That'll be interesting. And I love Jackie Cox. Jackie Cox is very funny. She's very sweet. She's also, again, one of those girls, you see her out or you like do a gig. Very lovely. Very nice to work with. I love Jackie.
I do not want to skip the controversy, and I want to talk about this next queen.
Also, I think that, really quick, apparently I think Jackie Cox has this like, apparently, what's her name? Lady Bunny tweeted about it or on Instagram about it. She has a really great one-woman show out right now currently. And Lady Bunny is very critical.
Right.
And apparently, so if y'all are in New York, I think that's where it is, apparently it's a really good one-woman show and like everyone should go see it.
So let's talk about this next queen. So
Sherry
Pie is probably the most controversial queen in the history of RuPaul's Drag Race. I had never seen a scandal in real time like this on the show. It was honestly crazy, and I remember that she won. Trigger warning to everyone: we're talking about Sherry Pie, and if you know what Sherry Pie did, it's about deception and gaslighting and real gaslighting, not what me and Monét we talk about, like real ass gaslighting and lying and sexual assault through coercion. So trigger warning to you all. Maybe you want to skip 20 minutes down the podcast. So you
also, we do have a full episode about her. It's like one of the first ones I did for y'all. It's the one about Sherry Pie. So if you want to listen to an hour-long thing about us discussing the topic Reddit was breaking, you can go back and listen to that episode as well.
Wasn't it a family meeting we did? I think it was like one of our first family meetings we had. One about Sherry Pie.
No, I think it's actually the first episode I produced for you.
Oh, really?
As a network producer. Mm-hmm.
Oh, work.
So what I was saying. So anyways, what I was saying is, Sherry Pie won Look Queen after I had moved on from the show, and I would come back just to host Look Queen. And then I remember she got really mad at Mitch and was like, I should be hosting. Why am I not hosting Look Queen? I should be hosting. She wanted to have this meeting with Mitch and me about why she's not hosting Look Queen. I remember leaving that meeting and being like, there's something about this girl I don't like. I cannot put my finger on it, but there is something about this girl. It is off, and I don't like this girl. And then cut to the story dropped about her. And for those who don't know, the quick overview of it is she lied to a guy, said that she was a casting agent for a show.
Multiple guys.
And that she was casting for a show where he had to be really muscular, so she would buy him steroids, and she bought him steroids, and she bought him gym memberships, and made him send progress pictures and sexual videos of himself as part of this year-long casting process for this role that he never got cast for because it never existed.
It was like a fucking Marvel role. So he's like, oh my God, it's gonna like change my life. And she's making put like things in his butt, which on kind of, it was crazy. If you want to see, we had him, Daniel Marandola. We had him on Ebony and Irony, which Ebony and Irony is still available on podcast stuff. We did an entire episode talking to him about the entire thing. It was crazy, and hearing his POV of the whole situation was insane. Anyway, if you want to hear, we did a whole podcast about it.
Didn't she? She's like doing little gigs here and there, trying to come back. Didn't she like perform at someone's wedding recently or something?
Yeah. The Gingerbeard Man. Yeah.
So she's still trying to come back and do things, but like her career is done. Her career is done. She is done. She's the most done Drag Race girl who's ever been done.
Yeah.
You have any experience with her?
Sherry Pie, I just remember seeing her on. I remember Sherry Pie having really great looks. Like she was a really great queen while this happened. And like you talk to any of the season, I think that's the video I saw Heidi talking about, saying like they all thought Sherry was gonna win her season. Like if Sherry, the whole Sherry Pie didn't happen, like she was like the one that was going to win the season. That's what all the girls thought. And that's not shocking because Sherry Pie is very talented. She's a good actor. I don't know about singing. She had great looks. She was a good actor. She was funny. Like I could have seen Sherry Pie winning the show. So, but who knows? Who knows? But all the girls were like, "Yeah, we thought Sherry was gonna win." But like, what was crazy after the scandal broke out? Drag Race had to make a disclaimer and put it before every episode began, and they did fucking magic to edit her out. Like not completely. There's some things you can't get away from, but like she was pretty gone from the season. Like she was like kind of invisible. It's kind of crazy how editing works. I think that made a lot of people be like, the power of editing, like a top 4 person. Like if someone's going to the top 4, they are in a lot of episodes, right? You see a lot of them to justify them being there, but everyone was like, I forgot she's on the show, which is really a testament to the power of editing. Kind of wild.
Yeah. Yeah, she really was put on the show. Let's move on to our top 3 from season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and let's go with Gigi Goode of Gigi's Nigga Wigs. Do you think people go up to her and say, we should probably stop? People probably go up to her and say that.
I don't think people go to Gigi and say, you do a nigga wig. I don't think that happens. I see Gigi pretty often, and I think that's something she would have brought up. You're like, girl, maybe people are, but she never brought that up to me. I love Gigi Goode. Gigi Goode is such a great fucking queen. She's so talented in so many aspects of drag. She's a great seamstress. She is a great fucking hair person. She's great at makeup. She's a great performer. Like Gigi Goode really is someone that ticks all the boxes. She really is really phenomenal at a lot of the things she does. I'm like a Gigi Goode fan. She's great.
She's great, and I think she's technically part of Simone's. I think she's
the House of Avalon.
Part of Simone's creative team. Like part of the team that helps. Like she helps with like a lot of her look. I know she has Avalon, but she helps Simone with like a lot of her looks, and she's very much like on Simone's creative team, which is really interesting to see when queens become part of other queens. When RuGirls become part of other RuGirls teams, and the magic they can make is really like when Alyssa Edwards hired Vivian Panay to be her makeup artist and her assistant for a while.
I didn't know that.
And but I don't know what Gigi Goode and Simone have worked out. Obviously, I don't know that she's her hairstylist or if she's just a buddy doing it. I don't know what it is, but she seems to be. Their creative process seems really interesting. I don't know who is the creative director of Avalon. House of Avalon, or if that's even a thing.
Like they all kind of contribute. Like they all have a thing they do. Like Gigi does hair. Marco's really good at styling. Grant is a really good reference person. Like Grant is really, really, really seeped into a lot of like reference stuff and fashion, blah blah blah. So like that's what I'm gathering from like hanging out with them on a few things and meeting them sometimes here and there. It seems like that's what the tea is. Like they all have they're all have a department they work in basically.
I remember meeting House of Avalon years ago, back when they lived in Arkansas.
Work.
And because I did Little Rock Pride, and then like the next day I just went to brunch, and I just ended up sitting down with the House of Avalon for brunch. And I remember meeting Simone. I feel like I remember meeting Simone, Gigi Goode, Grant. There's like one of them is like a porn star.
Riley.
And then the one with the beard, and then the one who's a stylist. Anyway, I remember just meeting them all. And then next thing I know, they moved to New York City, to LA, and now the one of them, I can't remember his name. He's fucking styling for Nicole Byer and
Marco Monroe.
Yeah, all these people. So I'm like,
bitch, I tried to look into stylist for me. Bitch, left on red. I said, like, work.
Cold
ass bitch. He's I styling you, you clown bitch.
But yeah, me and Monét do jokingly say a lot that she runs.
No, I don't. Bob says I did not say that.
Okay, Monét, you do joke, and we've all seen you make the joke about Gigi's nigga wigs. And everyone knows that you have made jokes about Gigi's nigga
Never
wigs.
said the word Gigi and the N-word in the same sentence.
Well, anyway, Gigi runs Gigi nigga wigs because she's always doing these black ass hairstyles on Simone. That shit is so wild. That shit is so wild to me. Let's move on to Crystal Method.
Crystal, I love Crystal Method. I fucking love this girl. I've done again a few Marine Peter tours with her, and she's just so lovely. And her number is always so interesting and fun. And she's just so like happy and sweet and kind. I fucking love Crystal Method. Like really like a genuine joy to be around. Also, she's also so cute. I love Crystal Method. I love Crystal Method. And when I think about Crystal Method, the two things that pop up to me is that fucking pinata look she did in the finale, which was crazy. And then the fucking Bert and Ernie look she did for the makeover was so brilliant and so great. I just have nothing but the best thing to say about Crystal Method. I fucking love her.
You know, I feel like, have I ever met Crystal Method in person? I don't know if I've ever met her. We've had several phone conversations, and also
Y'all just talking on the phone? You just called her?
We talk sometimes, yeah. I've called Crystal Method a few times just to
Why?
check things or to. Well,
he followed her makeup tutorial, and we did a FaceTime with her after he did her makeup look, and then we did some first impressions with her, didn't we?
Yeah, and sometimes I just call people to see how they're doing too, Monét. You know, this is not a shock. I call people to say, "Hey, just see how you're doing." And every time she's been really sweet and just really really nice. And her makeup tutorial is insane. If anyone out there wants to have the truly the most bizarre, unusual makeup scenario you will ever find yourself in, I literally dare you to follow.
My room phone's ringing. Sorry. Hello? Yes. Thanks.
Can we get professionalism?
Professional this.
Or is that too much for you to ask for?
Smell it.
Let's go on to the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race season 8, and she's also one of the newest cast members of We're Here season 4, Miss Jaida Essence Hall. And she also was a contestant on season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars. Jaida Essence Hall, the essence of beauty, all the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Can you lift your eyebrows up independently from each other? I can only do this side. I can't do that.
I don't have terribly strong eyebrows, and I certainly have Botox, so I can't lift my eyebrows simultaneously at this point.
Work. Jaida. So doing All Star 7 was my first time meeting Jaida, like really meeting her and work with her. And I was just so shocked at how fun Jaida is to work with and how fun she is to be around. Jaida is so funny, but like very much like Monique Hart, very like situationally funny. Like she just always just kind of just like she just like says funny stuff, and she speaks in a very like non sequitur kind of speech, which I think is very funny. But she's also just a good time gal. I really 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 enjoy Jaida Essence Hall. She's very funny. She also smokes a lot of weed. Jaida is always high. Jaida is always high as fuck.
I've only ever done one gig with Jaida, and I was filling in for someone on a Voss event, and
Violet when she broke her arm.
I don't think Jaida was on that one.
She was the Halloween tour. I went to go see it.
She was the housewife who that was her bitch. She was the housewife who died in some.
But yeah, I did 3 gigs with her. They were the same gig 3 times in a row, so I don't know if that really is 3 gigs. That's not. Is that how that works?
No, that's 1 gig. Like Work the World. I don't say I did 96 gigs with Naomi Smalls. I did Work the World with Naomi Smalls.
So I did 1 gig with her, 3 dates on this 1 gig, and I don't really have any like nothing remarkable happened. Like her and I got along really well, and it was pretty chill. Like I don't have any Nothing crazy. She's a very calm person.
Because she's stoned, bitch.
Yeah, she's just super calm, super chill.
But she always is like really like her eyes are always like really low and she's always just really quiet. She's always just really serene, bitch, because she's high.
Yeah, I don't know much about her personal life, but I guess it is because she's zooted. Lil Mama got zooted.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question.
I have an answer.
If you let's say like you weren't sober. If there's one person, like is it one celebrity or one person you want to like smoke weed with, or is this one person you're like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to get high with them?
If I wasn't sober, I wouldn't be a pothead.
No, I'm not a pothead. Just as a one-time thing. I would just love to smoke weed with this person.
No, the idea of smoking weed with someone doesn't speak to me. Even when I wasn't sober, the idea of sitting down with anyone.
What about get a drink with?
Yeah, no, I think I just don't have a frame of reference because I just didn't need anyone to drink. Like I didn't need to drink with people. Like I was drinking by myself, and I didn't smoke weed at all because I just didn't like the way it felt. But there have been people I want to like maybe hang out with, but I don't want to like do mind altering substances with anyone now. And I just don't think I have that. I've never had that mind frame. Like I want to do mind altering substances specifically with people. But there were times when I want to do them and I'm happy for people to be around, but never like specific people like had to like join me or anything. And I know it's very popular. I want to smoke weed with this person, your ultimate smoke session, or who I want to get drinks with and stuff. But I guess today I just don't even want to be around people who are drunk. Like being around people who are drunk doesn't speak to me. Watching people get drunk isn't fun. But if I was gonna like hang out with someone, just be around a person, but we don't have to be getting fucked up to do so. I guess I might be interested to hang out with like Erykah Badu, maybe Billie Eilish. She's interesting to me. Jack Black is another person that's kind of interesting to me.
I recorded this show called High Times. Like the purpose of the show is that you come and they literally have like a huge table full of all types of weed, like edibles, joints, whatever. And the purpose of the show is like you're supposed to get high and they tell you a story and you're supposed to retell the story. And it's like on the fucking like Paramount like lot. It was like a big ass set, like a big production. And I did it and I think I got too high. And I don't think my episodes are gonna come out. And I was like, I mean, I followed all the rules. I was like, was I supposed to like lie and like, because like, have you ever seen Drunk History on Comedy Central? Like, are those people are like really drunk, right? They're not like faking it. So I like did the thing. I like smoked, huh?
I was like, I don't know if they're regular.
Yeah, I smoked. They were like, just like, here, what do you want to smoke? So I was like, I didn't smoke. I don't like smoking. I took an edible. I took a 10 milligram edible, which I would normally do. But I think it was like really strong. It was like live resin edible. And I got really stoned. And I feel like my episode was like unusable because I filmed it like last like October and it's February and it still hasn't come out yet.
I mean, to be fair, we did an episode of Hell's Kitchen that came out 2 years after we filmed it.
Y'all did Hell's Kitchen? What the hell is Hell's Kitchen?
Hell's
we
Kitchen
were like
with Gordon Ramsay.
Wait, you and Jacob were on it together?
It was me, Bob, and Ezra. It was like
special
literally
guest
2 years ago.
One extra special guest, me, Jacob, and a little friend.
Wait, and they just aired it like they aired it this month, and we filmed it 2 years ago
with Gordon Ramsay.
I mean, he was in we were just guests at Hell's Kitchen. Like we walked in and ate the food and like gave our critiques. I think we're in the episode for maybe 0.5 seconds, but
I've never
we're serving.
Work. Y'all better.
You know, my Cosmo makeup thing didn't come out for over a year until I went online. I was like, damn, I must have been real bad. And they posted it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, also because I couldn't take all this stuff with me. They're like, we have like a goodie bag for you. So like, just let us know. And I didn't get the goodie bag either. So I was like, they were like, dude, this fucking high fucking bitch. She really got high. And she like, when I tell you, I'm so curious because Patty couldn't come in because Patty had to do something else. I was like, you know what, Patty? Go and do this thing. I got this. Because I was doing a wig that didn't need styling. I was like, I got this. Like, it'll be fine. And normally, like, I love when Patty comes on this stuff because afterwards, Patty and I will debrief and be like, well, you did this. And then I wish you did that. But I had no one there to be like, bitch, you were too stoned. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see this episode if it ever comes out. I'm like gagged.
You know, many people who smoke weed just seem to be having so much fun that I wish I kind of enjoyed it like they do. But I just honestly, I know that sounds so funny that you know, but like people smoking weed is annoying to me, and it's probably never not going to be annoying to me. I don't know why I'm always so annoyed by folks who want to be high all the time. You know why? Because high people are annoying. Because when someone's too high, they're fucking annoying. That's why. I know why. I'm not clueless as to why. Why?
Like
Look,
what? Like
hanging out
what
with
are they doing that's annoying behavior to you? Like they're like saying stuff that's annoying to you.
Sometimes they're laughing at stuff that's not funny. They're really high. They're like laughing at stuff that's not funny. They're not paying attention. They can't keep track of the conversation. They're just 2-3 steps behind. They're moving slow. Stuff like that.
Got it. Is that a question mark on your earring?
Yes.
Got it. What's the other side? What's on the other side? Is it also a question mark?
No, it's not. It's just a rod.
Work.
¿Algunas preguntas?
All right. Nope. That's it. There you have it, y'all. We got through the 13 queens of season 12, and we're still on track doing episode 12. Look at us. We're really nailing it, guys.
We will see you all next week when we will be back with another regular episode of RuPaul's. Sorry, Jesus Christ. We'll be back with another episode of Sibling Rivalry and an episode of Sibling Watchery as well. So y'all be well.
Peace.